SkippyJon Jones by Judy Schagner. Every morning, SkippyJon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Duhingy's bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat, not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, SkippyJon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm SkippyJon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, SkippyJon Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed SkippyJon Jones. "What was that?" So he went up again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, SkippyJon Jones climbed into his toy box and riffled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed into his mouse, SkippyJon Jones began to sing in a muy soft voice. "My name is Skippito Frukisco. I fear not a single landito. My manners are mellow, I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can SkippyJon come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, SkippyJon wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay, caramba! Who goes there?" asked SkippyJon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am El Skippito, the great sword fighter," said SkippyJon Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the mosquito, dude?" asked Poquito Tito. "I go incognito," said Skippito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintolito. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skippito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." Leaning towards Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. "Ah! Shoo, Pikachu!" "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skippito. "Then it is true," decreed Don Diego. "Yip, yippee, yippito! It's the end of Alfredo Bazito. Skippito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumblebeeto." Then all of the chimichangos went crazy loco. First, they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious bee's knees. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblebeeto for Skippito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos so great that one could hear a whisker drop. "Alfredo Bazito," whispered the crowd. "El Blimpo Bumblebeeto Bandito." "See," said Poquito Tito, "the Bendito steals our frios." "Not your beans!" cried Skippito, outraged. "See," Poquito continued. "Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too." "And now he comes for us?" Poquito added. "Por qué?" asked Skippito. "Because we are full of the beans too." Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, "Yo quiero frios." "Huh?" asked Skippito. "The dude just wants his beans back," said Poquito Tito. "And you are the dog for the job." "Me?" asked Skippito. Then all of the chimichangos turned towards Skippito, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippito had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. "Vamonos, Skippito, or it is you, the Bendito Wacato," they cried. Skippito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. "There is a muy soft voice," he said. "My name is Skippito Frisco Do. I fear not a single Bendito." But Alfredo Buzito flew straight for Skippito until the bean-eating Bendito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. "Holy frios!" cried Skippito as he thrust his sword in the air. Suddenly, pop, went the Bendito, landing on Skippito's sword, and quicker than one could say chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Buzito, the bumblebee Bendito. Then all of the doggies burst into song. "Yip, yippee, yippito! Our hero is El Skippito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos." But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from SkippyJon's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. "Bendito, Crashito, Papito, Skippito." Just in time to see SkippyJon's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, beanbag doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. "SkippyJon Jones!" everyone cried. "Holy muchachitas," he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up SkippyJon and covered his head with her furry purry kisses. "What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs?" she scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, SkippyJon began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm SkippyJon Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that." "Say good night, SkippyJon Jones," called his mama. "Buenas noches, mis amigos," said SkippyJon Jones. The end.